You have 7 days to leave. My father's voice bounced off the high ceilings of our family estate. We can't have you making us look bad any longer, Alexandra. I gripped my laptop bag tightly, the very bag that held contracts worth millions. Not that they had any idea. At 26, according to them, I was a failure, homebound dreamer tinkering with some meaningless online venture, while my younger sister, Jennifer, was climbing the ranks at Mitchell Industries, our father's corporate empire. Dad, just hear me out. Let me explain what I'm actually working on. Enough, Alexandra. He interrupted, adjusting his designer tie with a dismissive flick. Jennifer is a vice president at Mitchell Industries. Your cousin James just made partner at his law firm. And you? You hide in your room all day staring at a screen doing, what, exactly? From her place on the Italian leather sofa, my stepmother Eleanor added her cutting remark with a perfectly poised smile. Really, Alexandra? People ask what you do, and it's just embarrassing. Oh, she works from home, she mocked, tilting her head. Neighbors probably think she's running some scam. If only they knew that my so-called little online business was Nova Technologies, one of the fastest-growing real estate investment platforms in the nation. I had built an AI capable of forecasting property values and market trends with uncanny precision. I had kept my success under wraps, hidden behind a corporate structure that concealed my role as founder and CEO. Fine, I said quietly. I'll leave in a week. And don't expect a dime from us, my father said. Time for you to learn about the real world. The real world? I nearly laughed. Last week, my company had closed a $300 million acquisition, securing prime real estate across 3 major cities. But their narrow definition of success, corner offices, executive titles, and country club memberships, blinded them to reality. Jennifer swooped in at that exact moment, dressed in her sleek executive attire, freshly minted from a meeting. Oh, Alex is finally moving out? Thank heavens. I hate having to explain to my colleagues that my sister is, well, you know. I turned to my room to pack, hearing Eleanor mutter, maybe this will finally force her into a proper job. Mitchell Industries was about to learn a lesson. As I boxed my things that night, my phone pinged with an alert from our AI system. Westbrook Tower, the downtown Seattle building leased by my father's company for the past 20 years, had just hit the market. The owner, a discreet real estate trust, was looking for buyers quietly. Sitting on my bed, a slow smile curved across my face. Their headquarters. Their pride. Their symbol of achievement. And now, an opportunity. Opening my laptop, I began drafting instructions to my assistant. Target, Westbrook Tower. Occupant, Mitchell Industries. Sarah, I said, calling my executive assistant. Set up a meeting with the REIT managers first thing tomorrow. Keep everything under our shell company. Nova Technologies stays in the shadows. Packing continued, and I glanced at my mother's photo on the nightstand, my real mother, who had died when I was 12. She had nurtured my love for technology and business, unlike Eleanor with her rigid, corporate expectations. Just watch, Mom, I whispered. I'm about to show them what real success looks like. They had kicked me out thinking they were winning. In reality, they had no idea the storm they'd just unleashed. 1 week later, I was settled into my new home, a penthouse that symbolized the beginning of the reckoning. My secret, carefully hidden from my family for 2 years. From the floor-to-ceiling windows of my new office, I could see Westbrook Tower, where Mitchell Industries dominated the top 10 floors. The REIT accepted our offer, Sarah reported during the morning briefing. $45 million cash for Westbrook Tower. They were particularly impressed with our fast closing schedule. I nodded, my eyes lingering on my father's company logo glinting in the morning sun. And the shell company setup is airtight? I asked. Completely, she reassured me. To the world, Atlas Property Holdings is the buyer. No connection to Nova Technologies or you personally. My phone buzzed with a text from Jennifer, hope you're enjoying your new independent life. Dad's in a great mood, just announced Mitchell Industries is expanding, adding 2 more floors to the building. I couldn't help but smile at the irony. My father was planning to grow in a building he would soon no longer control. Miss Parker, my CFO David called from the conference room, the lease analysis for Mitchell Industries is ready. I joined my hand-picked executive team, each member chosen for their brilliance and discretion. On the screen was a thorough breakdown of Mitchell Industries' lease. Their lease expires in 3 months, David explained. Market research shows they've never even considered relocating. They've publicly touted this location as central to their corporate image. Excellent, I said, pulling up our renovation plans. Let's start the official notifications. Time to make this real. Later, as I went over acquisition paperwork, my phone lit up with a call from Eleanor. Alexandra, she said, dripping saccharine charm, we haven't heard from you. Perhaps you'd like to interview for an entry-level position at Mitchell Industries? Jennifer could put in a good word. No thank you, I said evenly. I'm doing quite well with my own company. She sighed, theatrically. Still playing entrepreneur? Really, Alexandra? It's time to grow up. Do you know how embarrassing it is when people ask about you? You'll find out soon enough, I murmured. What was that? Nothing. I have business to attend to. The next morning, Mitchell Industries received the official notice: Westbrook Tower had been sold. All existing leases were now under review by the new owners. I watched as the notice was delivered directly to my father's office. His face turned crimson, and he immediately summoned an emergency executive meeting. Sarah, I said over the intercom, schedule a meeting with the Mitchell Industries leadership. Let's introduce ourselves as the new landlords. Of course, she replied. Should I also prepare the standard lease termination documents? Yes. And make sure the conference room has a clear view of their offices. I want them to see what they stand to lose. That afternoon, my father's panicked voice echoed over the surveillance feeds. We've built our reputation around this location. We can't move. Do you know how many clients associate us with this building? Jennifer chimed in nervously. Can't we just negotiate with the new owners? Atlas Holdings isn't answering calls, another executive reported. All we know is they want to meet next week to discuss the lease. Little did they realize that their so-called failure of a daughter was orchestrating everything from a few blocks away. The upcoming meeting would become corporate legend, but I still had one more card to play. On the day of the meeting, I watched the Mitchell Industries leadership file into our ground floor conference room. My father led the group, unusually tense. Jennifer followed closely, clutching a folder of what I guessed were desperate counterproposals. Eleanor insisted on attending as well, probably thinking their charm would sway the new owners. Representatives from Atlas Holdings will arrive shortly, Sarah announced, moving gracefully as she set coffee cups in front of the Mitchell Industries team, her professionalism unwavering no matter who she served. At precisely 10 a.m., I stepped out of the private elevator, clad in a tailored black Armani suit. My executive team followed behind, each armed with tablets containing our complete strategy for Westbrook Tower. The moment I entered, my father's face lost all color. Jennifer's coffee cup tipped dangerously, clattering against its saucer. Eleanor's immaculate composure faltered. Good morning, Father, I said coolly, taking the seat at the head of the table. Surprised to see your so-called unsuccessful daughter. Alexandra, what is this? He stammered. I'm here on behalf of Atlas Holdings, I replied smoothly, opening my tablet. Or, more accurately, Nova Technologies, the company behind Atlas Holdings. We recently acquired this building for $45 million. That's impossible. Jennifer exclaimed. You work from home. You're nobody. Actually, Sarah interjected, handing out folders. Alexandra Parker is the founder and CEO of Nova Technologies, currently valued at $2.1 billion. Our AI-powered platform has revolutionized real estate investment across North America. Eleanor's hands trembled as she leafed through the folders, staring at financial reports and news articles chronicling the meteoric rise of my company. Now, regarding your lease, I continued, locking eyes with my father. It expires in 3 months. We will not be renewing it. You can't do this, he finally yelled, voice tight with disbelief. This building defines Mitchell Industries the way you used to define success, I said evenly. Funny how perspectives shift. We'll pay double the rent, Jennifer offered, her voice tinged with panic. This isn't about money, I said. It's about showing that real success doesn't always look like a corner office or a fancy title. While you mocked my home business, I built an empire. While you were embarrassed by me working quietly, I was creating technology that changed the game. And where exactly are we supposed to go? Eleanor whispered, her tone small and shaken. Oh, I have a suggestion, I said with a smile, pulling up another document. Nova Technologies owns multiple properties across the city. There's a perfect office space on the second floor of a shared building in the business district. My father's face turned purple. The second floor? We're a prestigious company. We require. I interrupted firmly. You require humility. Something I learned firsthand the day you kicked me out for failing to meet your narrow definition of success. I stood, gathering my things. You have 3 months to vacate. Our team will assist with your relocation if you choose. If not, good luck finding commercial space in Seattle on such short notice. As I headed toward the elevator, Jennifer called out, Alex, wait. We're family. I paused, looking back at her. Family? Family supports each other. Family sees potential, not just appearances. You stopped being family the moment you decided I was an embarrassment. That evening, in my penthouse office overlooking the skyline, Sarah brought in a bottle of champagne. Your father has been calling non-stop, she said. He's offering to make you a partner at Mitchell Industries. I laughed, swirling my glass. Tell him I'm not interested in a second-floor partnership. 3 months later, I watched from my window as Mitchell Industries vacated Westbrook Tower. Their iconic signage was replaced with Nova Technologies' rising phoenix emblem, gleaming in the sunlight. My phone buzzed with a text from my father. I was wrong. You're not an embarrassment. You're brilliant. Can we talk? I typed a simple reply. My assistant will schedule you next month in my new office on the top floor. Sometimes, the sweetest revenge isn't just buying someone's building, it's proving that true success comes in forms they never imagined. And the daughter they dismissed? She now stands above them, both literally and figuratively.